Stand by for a start. Over the 1500, they're off and racing. Special picture dwelt from the inside. It was the last to leave. Pennies Afield dropping right back in the field as well with What About War as Wakan Tanker flies the gates and burns straight to the lead. From on the outside, Shadow Girl going up there into second spot with Al Bakhturi settling down on the inside of Sam Syrian, who's going a little keenly as the speed slackens off. A length away behind those first missile parked in the cheap seats. They're really going slowly now. He's dropped the anchor 1,000 to go with Wakan Tanker. Special picture back inside of those. Pennies Afield, the favourite, is there second last in front of What About War in a very compact affair. Wakan Tanker and Lakdar Romilly, will he hit the brakes here soon as he got his way to the lead? And with 750 left to go, Wakan Tanker well in control of proceedings, leads the way by a length. Running second over on the outside is Shadow Girl, the former New South Wales mare. A length off them is Al Bakhturi, enjoying a good run. They're starting to roll through the gears now, coming to the turn as the tempo lifts. Running fourth is Sam Syrian. First missile has been wide all the way and worked upon on the rail. Special picture. No run. Pennies Afield back in the middle. And last, What About War? But it's Wakan Tanker who leads by the 300. A length and a half in front. Shadow Girl. Special pictures over near the rail. Now into the clear. Pennies Afield. Is she good enough to pick up the leader? Wakan Tanker's in front. Look at Pennies Afield. Wakan Tanker. Pennies Afield is charging. Pennies Afield grab Wakan Tanker right in the shadows of the post and has got home a fine win. Pennies Afield cut Wakan Tanker down. Third might be Al Bakhturi from Special Picture. Shadow Girl first missile back there in the field, and so Sam Syrian, who enjoyed the run of the race and didn't really give a yelp, and one of the last home was always back there near the tail. What About Moi?
Well, it's Pennies Afield who guns down the well-supported Wakan Tanker. Michael Heaton's just given himself 7 pats on the back. He's pretty happy with it too. He made Pennies Afield the best on the program. She got out the door in betting, out to past $3.10, and she gets the job done. 6 Pennies Afield, guns down 8 Wakan Tanker. A photo for third goes the way of 3 Al Bakhturi, ahead of 5, and that is Shadow Girl at her WA debut. 6, 8, 3 and 5, but Pennies Afield, she's now in her first campaign, made it 3 wins from 7 starts. This mare by Reliable Man going through the grades nicely. Race 4 at Ascot taken out by Pennies Afield. Our Sky Thoroughbred Central audience 4 minutes away from Launceston. Go to Peter Staples.
A Reliable Man from Turn On Sixpence, trained by Michael Lane in the southwest. For B. McManus, R. Voisey, Mrs. T. Voisey, W. Fairley, G. and Mrs. M.B. Brown, C. Lowe, Ms. A. Neighbour, I. Fairley, Mrs. L. Fairley, D. Hardiman, S. Hiscock, P. Curry, K. Massey, L. McManus, D. Price, P. Ryan, owners involved in Pennies Afield. 35.25 the last 600, so she's done a very good job. Clearly has gone better than that. A long head 1 1/4 are the official margins there after the running of the 4th on the card. Second placing, Wakan Tanker by Playing God out of Horovism. Nev Parham with Lakdar Romilly in the saddle, and Al Bakhturi third by Ifraj out of Our Essence. Brad Parham there for Team Ganjemi. The next today, the 5th, is the Amelia Park Lodge Handicap over 1,800 metres, and no alterations to the guide there for the next on the program. As we head downstairs, let's catch up once again with Scotty Embry.
And we have stable representative Barry here because, of course, Michael Lane, correct me if I'm wrong, but he'd be on his way to Albany because tomorrow Ella Lasseur's going around.
Going around, yes he is. Yeah, I'll be taking him down there and he'll meet me there.
And what about today with Pennies Afield? Was the stable confident that she'd be able to get there?
Yeah, well, she's very confident. Like you say, that, yeah, he's an honest horse, and she tries her guts out, yeah.
Did she pull up okay after the last start? She obviously had to work through a fair bit of traffic.
No, she was good, yeah, real good.
Had a fair bit of racing in the initial preparation. Is that almost enough for her, or could she continue on, or we'll leave that up to the boss?
I'll leave that up to the boss, but I think he'll just keep jumping her through the grades. Yeah, not putting a deep end of nothing, but I don't think he's ready for a spell yet.
And can we follow into Lasseur tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I have to ask him that.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
There's Barry. Michael Lane not here, making his way to Albany. Of course, Easter Sunday racing, not tomorrow. Easter Saturday's here at Ascot. Easter Sunday is the racing at Albany. It's Albany Cup Day, and it was an almighty roar from the crowd when Pennies Afield started to charge down the outside. a lot of big name owners in this horse who look very, very happy with themselves. I'm sure they'll get a nice winner's photo too. But Michael Lane and Chris Parnham combined with the mare Pennies Afield. She's in her first race preparation, Michael, but she's certainly showing some promise.
Oh, absolutely. That was a wonderful win and an extremely popular win as well. That was one of the bigger roars from the crowd I've heard for a little while. And Chris Parnham, second leg of a double in only 4 races down today. He has a wonderful book of rides, of course. Rides the favourite Bazoom in the feature event, the Marjorie Charleston Classic, later on today. But for now, it was Pennies Afield who wins her 3rd race from 7 starts. Chris, you look to be in a little bit of a spot of bothered. Were you concerned at all turning for home?
I knew I had a handful of horse underneath me, but I was sort of thinking I might be getting a bit too far from him. So just when I had a wall of horse in front of me, the leader kicked away, and I thought we weren't going to reel it in, but we got there just.
Yeah, showed her an enormous turn of foot, and she's been up for a little while. 7th race start in her first race preparation, so she has a bit of upside as well.
Yeah, no, she's done a really good job for her first prep. I think she's a Saturday horse in the making, so hopefully in next preparation she can get to that level.
We've already touched on Bazuma, the previous win. Birdie Eagle, Strachan and Phone Me are your other 3 rides. Who would be your best out of those?
Birdie Eagle I think will run pretty well, and if Phone Me at his best he'll be competitive. He was a bit disappointing the other day, but if he can bounce back, he'll be right there.
All right, best of luck.
Thanks.
There's Chris Parnham with Michael Lane, 6, 8, 3 and 5, $3.10 and $1.50 for Pennies Afield, and these owners are very happy after the victory of the Reliable Man mare. Race number 4 taken out by Pennies Afield.